planet Earth for updates on climate change warnings. This is Project Bluestar 2000 to 2012. It's March 26. All music is brought to you by MILK. For further information, go to millicom.com. On this transmission, climate change warnings and a brief insight into organics. Headlines on millicom.com. In California, largest collapse of Pacific salmon stocks on record. In North Dakota, we are on one drought away from disaster. In the US Midwest, the worst flooding in 80 years. That's crossed atomic mission control. Satellite link, Galactic Federation, Project Bluestar, go ahead.
I'm an immigrant. I'm an immigrant from overseas. I come to work in organic place and they put me in a spacesuit. What the fuck is going on here? Keep it quiet. How we doing there, everyone, and welcome to the 26th day of March 2008. You're on board the Druid ship Earth 1 as we navigate in space, keeping an eye on the blue planet Earth as she goes into turmoil and the human race goes into a predicament of change. Today we're going to be crossing down to Earth Sanctuary World Nature Centre and explore organics and the essential need to increase our consumption of organic foods to improve human health and to reduce our impact on the planet Earth. So for this day, our investigation will be Earth Sanctuary Organics, and take it away. We'll see you guys in a few moments.
Federation news is as follows. Planetary weather for March 26. Planetary positions. The inner planets are as follows. Sun is central. The planet Earth is at 9 o'clock to the Sun. Mars is 12 o'clock from Earth. And to the outer planets, Saturn seen on your far left, Jupiter seen at 6 o'clock from the Sun. Solar activity for March 26 is as follows. There are 3 active sunspots on the eastern limb of the Sun today. Solar activity alert. With little warning, 3 big sunspots have materialised on March 25th. One of them, sunspot 989, unleashed an M2 class solar flare. This is the biggest flare of the year, and it signals a significant increase in solar activity. The eruption also produced a coronal mass ejection, known as a CME, but auroras are unlikely as the cloud is not heading toward Earth. Further photos from the Sun of the sunspot activity on the eastern limb. A solar wind stream flowing from the indicated coronal hole could reach Earth on March 28th or 29th. The credit is from SOHO Extreme Ultraviolet Telescope. Headlines from the planet Earth. In California, this year's salmon fishing season is likely to be cancelled due to the largest collapse of Pacific salmon stocks on record. The fall 2007 survey of breeding age Chinook salmon in the Sacramento River Basin counted less than 6% of the long-term average number of fish. In North Dakota, we are one drought away from disaster. One bad production year could mean disaster for the agriculture infrastructure of the US. Wheat stocks are at their lowest ebb since post-World War II and prices are at near record highs. Further news on millicom.com. And in the US Midwest, the flooding across the Midwest will go down as the worst flooding in 80 years. That flood records have been kept. The death toll has now climbed to 17, with a few more people missing across the region. And a flashback to 2 days ago in Italy, implementation is scheduled to end in 2012 at the expected cost of some 4 billion euros. The lagoon city has been increasingly vulnerable to flooding, having suffered more than 50 episodes of aqua alta, high water, between 1993 and 2002. And flashbacks continue in the United Kingdom. This photo was taken at Redcar. Huge seas have been battering sea walls on the coast of the United Kingdom, March 26. On this day, we have further insight into the organics onto the planet Earth. What is organic food? Organic food refers to food items that are produced, processed and packaged without using chemicals. Organic food is increasingly becoming popular due to its health benefits over conventional food. The industry is growing rapidly since the past 5 years and has caught the attention of farmers, manufacturers and above all, consumers.
Danny, today we're looking at organics, and we talk about vegetarianism. What's the role of organics on the planet today?
Well, look, there is just such an enormous amount of chemicals now put into the diet of the human population around the world, particularly in the Western world. We don't really have a great understanding about what these chemicals are doing, particularly to the neurological system, to the endocrine system. The body has such a fine balance of chemical release via its endocrine system from your pituitary gland, your thiamine gland, and we just have to remove chemicals from our system. We may go into a period in the future, shut down, where we may need to do it to genetically derive fruit to keep us alive, or vegetables, but at this stage of our time on this planet, there is no better food to get into your system than organics, homegrown, from the earth, beautiful, fresh veggies and fruit.
That's right, Danny. Isn't it amazing when I think about, you're talking about the endocrine system, and one factor was that one of the biggest killers for women in the field of cancer was breast cancer. Another one for men was prostate cancer. And another thing that people don't realise is the very simple substances like sugar and salt in diets and how they affect people. So it's almost like we've come full circle in the field of our diet to bring it right back to square one, and that's where it comes from the earth.
Absolutely, Tommy. So it's very important, obviously, for here at Earth Sanctuary to help promote organic food, health, lifestyle, well-being. It's critical for the planet Earth. So let's go and check out some information on organics, and we'll see what we can do to help the people on this wonderful planet.
Many fruit and vegetables contain a cocktail of pesticides. 60% of what we put on our skin is absorbed into our bodies. Some chemicals can remain in our bodies for many years. Up to 500 chemicals are routinely used in conventional farming. It takes 5 years for a farm to convert to organic. Chemicals such as lindane and DDT, although banned in the United Kingdom, are still used in other countries. Lindane and DDT are linked with cancer. Traces of banned chemicals have been found in imported foods. Antibiotics used on animals can be absorbed when you eat the meat. There has been a 50% rise in soya allergies since the imports of genetically modified soya started. It was brought to you by Millicom, Energy, Water, Shelter, Utilities, Food and Wellbeing for climate change activities. And by Earth Sanctuary Star Shows, Galactic Civilizations, introducing our ET neighbours. Let's cross over to the Mornington Peninsula.
How are we doing there, folks? Welcome to Vegetarian Wednesday, and here's a good article that Joey picked up yesterday. It states that while this person recognises that turning off the lights on a particular day of a week is partly a symbolic gesture, if people were asked to go meat-free on this one day, there would be a far greater saving of energy. A study last year by Japan's National Institute of Livestock and Grassland Science estimated that producing 1 kilogram of beef uses as much energy to light up a 100-watt bulb for nearly 20 days. So that's just another sign of proof that cutting our meat consumption, increasing our vegetable consumption is going to greatly reduce human harm on the planet and save human lives as well. What do you reckon, Joey?
Yeah, ditto to all that. It just keeps reinforcing the point. Meat is getting a lot more expensive to put on our table, and that's why you've got now industries simply overfishing the oceans. That's going to be increasing, and food is going to continue to rise. So it makes sense. Less pressure on this earth, the better. So as far as resources go, so go vegetarian.
You beauty, folks. Keep scoffing those vegetables. Today is a wonderful day to cut your meat supply out, and even make it a few days a week. It's only going to help the planet and keep you smiling. So Danny, we hope you're well up there and getting stuck into some veggie cooking, and it's an Organics Wednesday, so we'll see you guys a little later on the next transmission. See you from Mount Martha, Victoria, Australia.